Hello makeup enthusiasts. Today is another special day for makeup tutorial on how to achieve the signature look. Let's get started, shall we? The first important step in achieving a flawless makeup look is a good skin prep. I start by cleaning the face with Gardener makeup cleanser to remove excess oil and impurities from the face. Use a lightweight oil-free serum with ingredients like niacinamide or hyaluronic acid to provide hydration without adding oil. Next is moisturizing. I then apply an oil-free moisturizer to hydrate the skin without making it greasy. I apply a mattifying primer to control shine and create a smooth base. For the makeup, focusing more on areas that tend to get the most oily, such as the T-zone. Last thing is to apply sweat block and allow everything to dry and set. On most days as a makeup artist, eyebrow sculpting is the last step in makeup for me, but this time around I decided to start with the eyebrows. Since she has an oily face, I had to apply powder on the brows before going ahead to draw the brows to avoid creasing. And I went ahead to use my curved brush and my brow gel to outline the brows. I then fill in the brows with light strokes without doing too much to give a natural finish. To define the brows, I used a lighter shade of the shape of the eyebrows and extended it all over the eyelids. An important step is to blend out the concealer on her eyelids before you blend it out. Enough concealer on that. Make sure whilst you are defining your brows, you have a steady hand, because if you have a shaky hand, your brows are going to be crooked. So make sure you have a steady hand whilst doing that. So I did that with a shade that is not too bright and not too dark from her skin tone. So when I was done with the right brows, I went to the other side to do the same thing to the other brows. Make sure you have a steady hand. That is very important. If you have a shaky hand, you're going to have a very crooked eyebrows, and we don't want that. If possible, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath whilst drawing it. If you know that when you breathe, you are going to be shaky, take a deep breath and just do it once and for all. So for the outer part of the brows, you can use your foundation, the same foundation shade that you're going to be using for your client to do the upper part. You can also use the same concealer to do that. It's all good provided you can blend well to actually get a good result. If you think that you can't blend well and the concealer is going to stand out on the face at the end of the makeup, I recommend that you use the same foundation shade that you're going to be using on your client's face for the upper part of the brows or the outer side of the brows. Once we're done with the brows, you have to set the brows, and you do that by using your pressed powder or your loose powder, any of them. Just make sure that you set the brows and your eyelids. If not, there will be breakouts there. Now for my eyeshadow base, I decided to go in with a soft brown eyeshadow to do that. So I was just blending out the eyeshadow. Today I decided to create a cut crease eyeshadow finish, and as requested by my client, she decided to go with a cut crease today. And so that's what I was doing. I used a lighter concealer to just do the cut crease, and this is also simple. It's not something difficult. Just hold your breath as usual and just draw that arc shape on the eyelids whilst her eyes are closed. So you do that with either your eyeshadow primer or a concealer. In my case, I'm using a lighter shade of a concealer to create the cut crease. So when I was done, I just went in to blend that out very well to avoid any creasing the After that, I just applied that shimmer eyeshadow by Maybelline. So that's what I'm just applying on that crease area or cut crease area. So just go ahead and dab that shimmer eyeshadow. Don't drag it on the eyeshadow. Make sure you dab. When I was done, I didn't want to see that sharp or harsh lines there, so I blended that place with a black or ash. It was a combination of ash and black eyeshadow to create that finish there. Make sure you blend out very well and not leave any harsh line between the shimmer eyeshadow and the black eyeshadow. Now being done, I applied the eyeliner with my Karate gel liner in the black shade. Notice how her eyes are still closed. You can't do eyeliner when your client's eyes are open. You can actually do it, but for a better result, let the eyes be closed. And if the eyes are squeezed or tightly closed, please let your client gently close it or release that kind of squeeze from the eyelids so that you don't get a crooked line drawn. After that, I blended out the eyeliner with a black eyeshadow. Make sure you blend that very well. Now the next important step is foundation application. I use a L'Oreal foundation in the darker shade which matches with my client's skin and blend it out very well. A happy client makes a good makeup result. If your client isn't smiling or laughing, the secret is to gas them up. They will laugh by all means. See, I told you it works like magic. Exaggerate their beauty even if they are not perfect. See, she couldn't handle herself. I overdid it. I truly did. It was time to conceal her eyes. I applied the lightest shade concealer underneath her eyes. Don't forget to blend that out too. I quickly set the concealer with pressed powder and set the face with a light loose powder. This is done to prevent the under eyes from breaking out or creasing. I then went ahead to line her under eyes with my Karate gel liner. I then fixed the false lashes gently, making sure it is secured well before moving on. Now let's set the whole face. I contoured the whole face and blended out the rest of the face with powder. I dusted off excess powder from the brush before applying it. Let's not forget blush and bronzer to add color and life to the face. Don't do too much. Don't overdo anything. Now to the lips. I used the brown lip stain to outline the lips. I then applied a nude pink lip stick that complement her skin tone and blended it into the brown liner using my lip brush. I forgot to record the part where I applied the finishing spray. I set everything up and styled her off camera, and this is the final result. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed filming it. Please don't forget to like, comment, share this video and subscribe if you are new to this channel and interested in more content like this. Thank you for watching, guys.